Lindsey Graham Cracker has responded to the media tour that former Representative Liz Cheney has been taking on the publication. I think it comes out Thursday. Her book, Oath and Honor, a Memoir and a Warning. And in the book, she has made some dire observations, and based on what she knows about this orange bastard and the inner workings of the Christian Fascist Party, she's trying to issue warnings to the American people, whether they're liberal or conservative, gay, straight, Jew, Gentile, it makes no difference. Liz Cheney, in this instance, and the instance being the rise of fascism in this country, is trying to warn us about what another Trump presidency would be. Now, I understand the irony here, given the fact that her father, Dick Cheney, who, when he was the war criminal George W. Bush's vice president, was as involved in war crimes as George W. Bush was. I understand that. But I don't think in some instances it is not fair to judge the behavior of, say, the parents with the behavior of the offspring. That doesn't hold in Trump's family, of course, because he completely taught his children to be grifting, lying bastards the same as he. But I digress. So Lindsey Graham Cracker, watching Liz Cheney issue these dire warnings about a potential, what happens if there's a second term for the orange bastard. And in those predictions, Liz Cheney, of course, is letting all of us know that a reelection would be horrible for this country, and it would be the end of this country. Cheney on Sunday, in an interview with John Dickerson on CBS, she warned that the United States is, quote, and I gotta agree with this phrase, sleepwalking into dictatorship. That's exactly what's going on. And Lindsey Graham Cracker responded to her comments on CNN's State of the Union, also on Sunday. And Lindsey Graham Cracker is arguing that Trump is a better president than Biden. Jesus Christ. Lindsey Graham Cracker has become nothing but a whore, just a complete prostitute for Donald Trump. There is no other way to put it. And Graham said this, I think yesterday, he said, quote, I think a continuation of the Biden presidency, come on, Mike. Graham said, quote, I think a continuation of the Biden presidency would be a disaster for peace and prosperity at home and abroad. That's what he said. He added, our border is broken. The only person who's really going to fix a broken border, is Donald Trump. When he was president, none of this stuff was going on in Ukraine. Hamas and all these other terrorist groups were afraid of Trump. End quote. I mean, Lindsey Graham Cracker, I don't know the words to describe this little pissant, but it's just horrifying. And Liz Cheney also said in the CBS interview that reelecting a Christian fascist majority in the U.S. House, she still calls it the GOP, she said it, quote, presents a threat to the country. And she added that members of the Republican Party, quote, have not chosen the Constitution, end quote. I mean, the warnings that are out there now from all sorts of people, from people, and almost all of the warnings, 90% of them, I'm picking that number out of the air, but 90% of the warnings are coming from Republicans or conservatives. Not Republicans, I'm sorry, but coming from conservatives, and are coming from people who were inside the Orange Bastards administration and saw the greasy inner workings of this filthy Nazi machine firsthand. I hope that enough of us are listening and that we will stop this. That's my hope anyway. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. I'm Mike Malloy. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. You know, the Progressive Voices Network brings you commercial-free commentary from today's leading progressive radio hosts and pundits, like me, Mike Malloy, 24 hours a day. I'm not your typical old guy from the 80s or the 90s talk radio host, and Progressive Voices is not your typical talk radio network. It's a listener-supported nonprofit with no corporate control whatsoever over our broadcast. So hosts like me, Mike Malloy, are free to rant and scream and carry on about whatever we like. We're often controversial, but we're never boring. Weeknights, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West on the Progressive Voices Network. Always progressive, always on. I'm Mike Malloy. Keep it lit.